Alrighty then. I don't have a video this week because I haven't been doing anything? No, I haven't been filming anything. As you can see by this, I haven't been doing anything. So I do have the middle of this door done-ish. It's done. I have got it blocked even with the fender here. So this part of the fender is done to here. I just did that while I was doing this, so they were, you know, the same. So I'm gonna jack it up. I'm gonna do the bottom of the door and the rocker, and then I will finish that side of the fender, and then on to the other quarter panel. I'm saving the top of the hood, or the top of the fender, for when I do the top of the hood. Anyway, I'm also going to start blocking the polyester on this because my car has gotten out of hand, and anyways, you'll see it when it's done, as long as it turns out okay. But they're doing way more work than even doing this twice and all the problems I had. They're a little bit ahead of me, and they didn't ask me to do any more work on this, but I kind of offered to start blocking the poly, and I'll sand the roof and get this ready-ish for them to final prime. Granted, they have the hood, and they have to Bondo this deck lid. I'm not doing this deck lid. This deck lid is a piece of garbage, and they need to, the latch isn't welded in it and stuff like that. Anyway, so I'm gonna start blocking on this while I'm waiting for Bondo to dry on that. Probably not today, but soon. And I'll show you some of that as far as how I block poly. Generally, I start with 120, guide code it, 220 it, guide code it, 320 it. This one, I'm gonna try to start with 220 just to see. It's already been polyed and blocked with 120 and polyed again. Generally, you want to start with 120-ish or coarser even to get the peel out of the poly and get it blocked flat. However, this car is already nicer than it needs to be, and I'm gonna see what happens if I just start with 220. It's hard to break through the skin on the poly sometimes. You know what? Let's just try it. I mean, why wonder? Let's just start sanding and see what happens. So I'll go get the guide coat, even though I really shouldn't need to guide coat it for this. I will. Get some 220. And we'll see what happens. Whoa, that's a way to waste that. What's the verdict? Think it's gonna work? Is it not gonna work? Do I care if it works either way? Not really. I mean, I know it will work, but it's gonna be, you know, practical. We'll try it with nothing but the best in sandpapers, just so we know if it's gonna work or not, you know. Huh? I have 3M, but I also have this, so let's use this first. I'm thinking it's going to be a little tough to break through the skin on this, but after I do, it'll probably be just fine. We will see. Yep, that's going to work great. All right. So as you can see, this works. It takes a while to get down there though. So it might be faster just to hit it with 120. But also, I could also DA this with the soft pad real quick and then block it. Why would you do that? Why not? I'll probably just do this. This will take longer, but there will be no coarse scratches in it. So it's probably a better option for this car. Wonder if I have any 3M 220. I said I did, so if I don't, that'll be a liar. $240. Man, I only have one roll of 3M 220. I need to buy some more. Let's see if it works any better. It's definitely not going to work better with this glue on it. If you haven't noticed, I'm just trying to get something to make a video with. What better thing than this? Apparently, even though I polyed this twice, I somehow missed a low spot right here. Never fear, as it's blocking out. So it's definitely going to come out. Another thing that would make this sand a little faster is to use a DuraBlock. I mean, why am I using make car straight blocks on this car that's already too straight for what the owner of it is paying for? So this will definitely solve this problem right here. I mean, you can get stuff straight with these, just not as straight, I don't think. Just don't push very hard on them, and they'll stand pretty flat. just hit it with 120 or what? Well, I can start with 150. That might be an option. 150 or 180. Because this may seem like it didn't take very long to you. But that took longer than it should. Now to put on some clear coat and show you how it's plenty straight enough for this car. So that's what I'll be doing here. Sanding poly is one of my least favorite things. Probably mentioned that before. Just because the dust is so fine. Well, so there you go. Now back to the Chevelle. I'll get it jacked up and do the bottom of the door in this rocker. So you can see I got this jacked up and got the bottom of the door and the rocker mudded up. Gonna give her a quick block. I figured I'd use the Durablock on it. Let's see if I can show you this. I don't know if I can, but there you go, right there. You know, guess which of these blocks is straight and guess which one is bent. I'll give you a clue. The Durablock is the straight one and the Big Kid block is arched. So now you know. So when you're gonna block something straight with one of these, a lot of times you'll find that the middle of the block doesn't touch unless you push down on it harder than you should have to. It's hard to show on camera. It's not a lot, but when you're blocking something, why doesn't this thing focus? You know, I tried to buy a good camera. You don't want to have to push, you want to use as little pressure as possible. And these, you gotta push in the middle, which you're not generally holding this right in the middle. It's gonna be digging in on each end, especially if you're holding it on the ends. So anyway, this set of Durablocks, Big Kid blocks, I don't remember what they call this set, but I like these handles the best. But for some reason, when they glue these handles on, it warps the block. It's only the two longest ones. All the shorter ones are fine. But I tried to straighten. These ones are my buddy Mike's. I have the same set at work. I tried to straighten the long one and I heated up and it made it worse and I got mad and broke it. But yeah. I even have, I think what they call them, the heavy hitter or something. Big Kid blocks that are white and they got the round knob handles on them and they're like 1/2 inch thick. They're not straight either. So I don't really know why they can't make them straight. It's something to do with when they put the handles on these ones, I'm sure, because that should be straight. You will find that these Lucky blocks, this is extreme. This is a pretty thick one. I think that's 3/4 inch. But I've been using this one a lot. They come with some handles. These ones came with foam handles, which they don't sell anymore because they fall off. But this is only 1/4 inch. And it's straight. And this thing is probably my go-to. But Sorry this camera work sucks so bad. I was just trying to show you, and I tried to make a short showing how on straight these are. It doesn't show up. You won't notice until you're sanding with it, or until you set it on a flat surface and it's bowed up in the middle, which for some reason when you try to do on camera, it's really hard to see. But yeah, not ideal. So anyway, I'm gonna use the Durablock on the bottom of this door and the rocker. That's basically what this boils down to. Thanks for listening. Also, should I be blocking this with the car jacked up, set on jack stands on the frame right here, with the weight not on the suspension? No, I shouldn't. Am I going to continue to do that? Yes, I am. Well, I almost got done what I wanted to get done tonight. I got close. This is done, nope, not done. I ran out when I spread this, and I didn't have enough to get back here, where of course it needs some, like it needed it here and here. But it's looking pretty good. The door is pretty good to the rocker. Before I mudded the bottom of the door, I went around with the spoon and pried out on it and got it flush with the rocker. Pretty good. And then obviously it's ripply and wavy down here, so I layer a filler on it and blocked her out with the rocker. And it's definitely good enough. No one's checking if your door and your rocker are absolutely perfectly flush all the way down. You know, unless you're going for the Riddler award or something. This is way better than it ever was, or really needs to be, but it's nice when you can get that good down there. So that's good. This good. Tomorrow I'll spread the back of that rocker, block that, put the car back on the ground, do the rest of the fender, maybe block some on the Mustang. I don't know. We'll see. But that's it for now. It's past my bedtime. I gotta get up and go to work and do this. So yeah, there's your video for now. Pretty exciting. I know. I'm excited too. Don't worry. There'll be another one coming up next week probably. And hopefully this fender will be done and I'll be on the other side of the car. Maybe this Mustang will be blocked out some. Who knows? Anyway, whatever. Who cares? It's more like it. Am I right?